Welcome to our show, Cooking with vegan chef MarioFabbri, part 1 of 2, vegan tofu scrambled eggs and vegan quinoa bowl.
I'm MarioFabbri. I'm a vegan chef, and I have over 10 years of experience cooking vegan food. Ever since I turned vegan, I've been so inspired by creativity that you can find when you're taking things that you grew up loving as a child and turning them into delicious vegan recipes. So today we're gonna be doing a tofu scramble. This is a vegan egg replacement. First, we're gonna start with these two key ingredients. We got our shallot right down the middle. Take skin off. We're gonna mince it, but go through a few. Right down the middle. Keep your fingers on top. I'll fill the little claw right there. Go across the top 3 or 4 times. And then it just glides into small little pieces. Beautiful. Set this to the side and move on to our garlic. Peel your garlic. Learned this one recently. Thumb on top, push down on it till it pops a little bit, loosens it up, and then it's just gonna glide out. 2 pieces of garlic. Then we're gonna mince it. So once you get it to this mince, we're breaking it up and releasing that aroma. Push with your knife. Just squeeze it down. Just like that. Turn your burner on. Medium heat. Give it 30 seconds. Pan's hot. Avocado oil has a higher smoke point. It's better for cooking. Oil's hot. Garlic and shallot into the pan. Give it a stir as soon as it hits the pan. Now, tofu. We're using this to replace eggs. My life started at my dad's Italian sausage factory. As I got a little bit older, I started to watch documentaries, pay more attention to the food that I was eating, and see how it's actually made. I never associated chickens and eggs, or chicken farms and eggs, or even question like what is the lifestyle of these animals. And it was one of those things where once you see it, it's hard to unsee it. That led me to see that, well, A, corporations that are controlling these farms don't always have our best interests in mind. B, you start to see the inside of one of these farms and how these animals are treated. And I started to make that association. Like, chickens are cute, fun, and playful, and we're treating them just like a product. What's the difference between a chicken and a dog? What's the difference between an animal and myself to a certain degree? I wouldn't want to harm this animal. So I still loved eggs at the time, but I wanted to give them up. And I found this tofu scramble recipe to be such a good replacement. Great texture. Here's a quick tofu tip. I got a brick of firm tofu right here, but instead of pressing it, I'm not gonna take my hands and just squeeze out whatever you can get. And crumble it right into the pan. Stir it, you don't want your garlic to burn. Now, grab a tomato, cutting through it. Take your sliced tomato, stack it up, and then we're a few times across. So this tofu is starting to scramble. Let the tofu cook about 3 to 5 minutes. Add in our tomato. Give that a little stir. Turn down your heat a tiny bit. We're gonna start adding in some of our seasonings. This turmeric, this is what's gonna give it that eggy color. You eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. It also adds an earthy flavor to it. Add enough turmeric until it's a little bit yellow. I added some paprika, salt, and black pepper. Mix it in. Look at that, we're starting to get that scramble. Guys, no more eggs for breakfast, tofu scramble. We're gonna add in a little bit of almond milk to this for some creaminess. This is your new best friend. This is nutritional yeast. Cheesy flakiness. Vegan. Stir it up. Let it go 1 more minute. I want to make it a little more creamy. I'm going to add in a little bit more almond milk. You could use almost any plant milk. Again, we're ditching cow's milk. Cow's milk, that's for baby cows. That's not for you. This is looking delicious, perfect, creamy texture. Take a handful of spinach. You can just loosely tear it with your fingers. And stir that in. Turn the heat off and let that just cook into itself. I like it hot, so let's plate it. Vegan scrambled eggs, you could eat it just like this. We're gonna get a little bit more fancy. We're gonna make an avocado rose. Start with a slightly firm avocado, ripe, but on the firm side. Cut it down the middle. Peel off the skin. Make sure you have a sharp knife. Cut very thin slices. Gentle. Keep them together. Fan them out into a long line. Roll it into the center. Tuck it in, roll, tuck, roll. Tighter the better. Beautiful. Add it to our plate. Some homegrown sprouts. Let's dive in. Amazing. Childhood Mario would 100% approve of this recipe. Guys, make vegan scrambled eggs with tofu for your kids.